Hey, Black here. Really quick before the show starts, I just wanted to apologize for the loud audio from the video segments that might overpower our voices. We're still getting our tech worked out and are learning with each show. Now, I can't promise not to make more mistakes, but we are learning with each show. Anyway, thanks for the support, and now enjoy the show. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Thursday, and welcome to Black and Ruby Converse about the verse. My name is Black.
I'm Ruby.
And we're here to talk about all things Star Citizen. Sorry for the couple minutes late thing. We had a couple of cables wanted to try to mess around with us. But anyway, we are here. We're doing our weekly show. This is where we talk about all things Star Citizen, what happened during the last week, what we did in the game, what's coming, what we, any kind of news that happened, anything like that. So we try to tackle that in roughly about like an hour. It can go longer depending on interaction with others who join or whatever. So make sure you definitely check us out. Follow if you want to know when we're going to, go live. And also we do post these the following day on YouTube. So you can listen to it or watch it later if you like. So anyway, brief introductions. If this is your first show with us, my name is Black. I have the channel CasaBLACK Gaming. I've been basically doing stuff with Star Citizen for I think about 4 years now. I got into the game in 2021 and started playing it, really enjoyed it, started making guides, still playing it. Have a little org. We have a nice Discord where we talk to others all, daily. We have questions in there. We help new players. We do all the things. So if you're interested in anything, we should have links down below. Anyway, Ruby, how did you get started in Star Citizen?
I'm Black's wife. So Black introduced me to Star Citizen shortly after he started playing. However, I didn't technically start playing probably for the last 2 years is what?
It probably took you like a year after me to really to where you would play regularly.
So 2 years is probably regular for me. So yeah, we played lots of video games prior to Star Citizen. So this isn't like my first MMO type game. But yeah, it's definitely my first space game that we played. So yeah,
probably your first space game ever.
It is. Yeah, out of any console or computer. So yeah, most definitely.
All right, so with introductions out of the way, let's go ahead. We're going to do a question of the week. So anyone who's watching this later, if you want to post your reply down below, whether it's here or on YouTube. But the question we want to ask you is, what's your go-to drink in Star Citizen to rehydrate? Ruby, go ahead.
Water.
Just water?
Water. Yeah.
Wow. The blue bottle water?
Yes.
Why do you do the water?
I don't know. I feel like it hydrates me the best. I usually don't struggle so much with the food aspect. It's always hydration, especially recently in the Onyx facilities because of the, radiation. Yeah, I feel like, so I just drink water. I always have water on me. So,
all right. I prefer purple drink. They usually don't have purple drink for sale most of the time.
No, you have to find
those. Yeah.
Yep.
So I just usually stick with the Yellow Cruise or whatever you can buy at your, usually if you're at like a station, you can find them at like the cargo area. That's usually where you can find them in the refinery if you don't have the cargo deck. But yeah, I usually just go with the yellow because it gives you food and water. So the water doesn't give you food.
It doesn't. And I'll do smoothie. I'll do the smoothie or the, whatever.
Oh, if you're on Microtech?
Yeah, but I don't know, water. I always pick up water.
All right. Well, let us know down below what your go-to drink is, or some people I've heard they do like a combination. So they may do like a drink and then a bar or something, because I have heard that there could be a buff possibly if you do it in a certain order. Okay. I don't know. So if that's a true thing, let me know. All right. So moving on, we have, what did we do in the game last week? Now, the last week's show we didn't really do a lot the week before. So this week, though, we actually had kind of like an org night, Discord night.
Friday evening.
Last Friday night. Yeah, it worked out really well. So I think we're going to start doing Friday night. So tomorrow night we plan on doing something. I think the boys want to go out and do Onyx again. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll probably do that.
The next set of missions, or just more gear, or what are we doing?
Probably a little bit of both. I don't know if they never do missions too. We do have some footage here that I did. I'll just let it run a little bit. Yeah, this was us. I think I started this about the time. When did I start this one?
That looks like section B?
Yeah, it's section B. That's when I started this one. I believe we were about to go down the elevator thing, I think. Okay. At this point.
I think we did go down. Oh, wait.
This is when we're going down the big thing that goes down.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, we definitely went out and enjoyed. Hey, what's up, OG? Got a little bit of footage from last week. You want to see some of that, so. But yeah, we definitely enjoyed Site B. We were pretty successful, although we didn't have the full mission.
No, we did not. And we shoot first and don't ask questions.
Oh yeah. So some of this footage there is footage that killing players. What it is down there. You don't see it. This is from my video. I was also trying to look at Mr. Kraken's video. So if I stop, it's because I'm looking at the
Did you get any shots of you carrying your squishy with you instead of your gun?
I don't think I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so whenever we went to the old part of, we went to like the engineering section and the research section or whatever. First, I had gone out prior to this, so I didn't have guns on me. I went there with no guns. I think I had ammo on my chest, but I didn't even have extra ammo in my backpack. So we had, 5 of us?
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah.
Like me, you, Sala, OG, and then we had Banson for a little bit. And then when Banson left, Ape joined us. Yeah. So we basically just, I didn't have weapons at first. Anything that you see me using is what I found. But in the first section, I was just punching people, but I was kind of hanging back and letting everybody else kind of do the stuff too. So, and it did give me a chance. Hey, Lisa. Oh, but yeah. So we had a good time. All of us got some of the big bulky robot-looking stuff. We finished up the mission that we had. We just had to leave according to what's on the screen right now. But we just went pretty much exploring, just trying to find out where all our armor pieces were. I think this was our second or third time going to Site B. So, but yeah, is tapping her water bowl. But she's got surgery tomorrow, so she can't.
She can't eat.
She can't have any water after now. So
yeah.
If you hear her tapping,
we apologize. She's gonna do it until one
of us
gives her something. So yes.
But yeah. So anyway, we had a good time. We plan, like I said, doing this again. We did get all the way through. I know we had a couple of deaths.
Yes.
We had a couple of deaths. We shot a couple of players.
One of them's coming up. 2. We shot a few.
Yeah, we shot at least like 4. So yeah. I was so when we got here, I was hanging back. The elevator's going back up. That means somebody else is behind us trying to come with us. So before we left here, I think we went back. And she's tearing that bowl up.
I know she did.
Wow.
Let me just give her some water.
A little bit?
Just a little bit.
All right. Here, hold on just 1 second. Give me just a second. Let me grab her some water. She's going nuts.
I know she is. She's like, hey. She goes, I don't know how else to say it, but I need
Tiny,
that.
you're killing me. You're killing me.
Just a little bit.
There you go. Just a little bit. It's like, I'm going to drink all of it. All right. All right, sorry about that. All right, anyway, dog is watered. So yeah,
It did, yeah.
So anyway, that was pretty much what we did last Friday. That was pretty much the most of the playing we did. I did play this week. I did some of the Foxwell missions, yes. I did some with OG, who's in chat. I also did some on my own, and had a couple of nice hauls, about 400,000 or 500,000 each. So I made about $1 million.
That's good.
This week, just doing Foxwell. So that was pretty nice. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to some of the news of the week. And we had...
Is that real?
That is not real.
Oh.
And that right there. Hold up 1 second. Yeah, that's not real. Sorry about that. That would have been cool, wouldn't it?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
No, the actually no, I did the wrong thing. Sorry about that. What we did have was this right here. That was the sneak peek last week. That is a new set of armor. I think it's what they teased. There's another picture coming up that they released. I don't know if they released it. It may have leaked out. No. They released it. It was on the monthly report, or not monthly report, the roadmap that they released the other day, which we're going to talk about here in a second. So anyway, but that's the rest of the new armor set that's coming. So it's a new heavy set. This one is described as a combat, whereas the one that's at Site B is a tactical. Okay. Although their stats, I think, are identical for now. So the fact that they're distinguishing
they're gonna have different.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have something different.
That's
so
cool.
But that's a sneak peek. That was last Friday. Now I can show you the little joke here. It's not really a joke. It was a. So this right here is. We were talking in Discord, and we were like. So when you go out to not the Foxwell missions, but there are some other ones, cargo missions that you go out there. The red, what is it? I forget what they're called. Red Wind. Is it Red Wind? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Red Wind. You go out and do those cargo. When you go out to it's the underground facility type places. When you go out there, you can't land in the hangar. You have to land on the sides to take the missions. But as you're going in, if you scan, you'll see tons of anti-air guns all around it.
Oh, okay.
So what we're thinking, because what they're going to talk about in a second, and the roadmap, is that these things are going to be coming online soon. And when they come online, you're probably not going to be able to fly in because it's a hostile area. Whenever you land and you do these missions, you land on the pad, but there's guys out there by the freight elevator, and you got to kill them. Okay. Just to get the cargo. Yeah. Half the time there was nobody there though, like they were already dead. So I guess these missions were being ran pretty, regularly, which we'll talk about that in a second as well, because there is something going on with these missions that started this week. So, but yeah, there's a big military presence there, and just like a lot of areas when you fly in. If you fly into bunkers, it's always been to where if it's being held by Nine Tails, they'll shoot at your ship. Right. And they only have like 1 or 2 turrets.
Anti-air.
Yeah, the turrets. Okay. Yeah, the ones that shoot your ship. They only have 2 of those. So imagine coming into these and they're completely surrounded. So the whole thing was we were like.
So are these like a small distribution area, or
it's the big distribution centers? Oh, okay. That the ones that you like to go looting down when we land in the hangar. Yeah, when you can't land in the hangar on these because they're run by enemies, you're just there to use their freight elevators, and I guess you're stealing cargo using their freight elevator. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So. The thing is we started talking about, well, how are you going to be able to complete these cargo missions? Right, because you need to be able to... Either you're going to have to try to take the turrets out, or you're going to have to land and then maybe go up on ground. And we're like, well, there's no ground vehicles. There's no ground vehicles that are big enough to hold, like, a big load. Right. So that's what we started talking about. Okay, what about an Argo semi-truck?
That's funny.
So, I jumped on there, had AI whip up what they would think an Argo semi-truck would look like, and... That's what AI came up with.
That's hilarious.
It's funny, though, because somebody on Twitter, they took that picture and they actually made it to where instead of it having that bed on the back, it was actually holding like a 32 SCU
Container.
containers. So
Yeah.
they made it a little bit better.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
that is, come on. So that is what we were talking about. That would be, we definitely need some sort of ground vehicle that can cover,
Right.
bigger items. So.
Well, I know you had mentioned it before when they brought out the one that had like the flatbed that they already have in game.
Oh yeah. It's more like a truck
so,
though.
yeah.
It only holds like a 4 SU
Right.
or 4 ones.
But it would be nice if they had one that held more.
Yes.
And especially when, future, base building and things like that.
Yeah. And that thing is actually for the base building mod.
Right.
Because there's a second one that's going to go with it that actually, like that truck you'll load from that truck into the little base building module.
Yeah. So.
You need to stop. All right. So anyway, that takes care of that. Let's go ahead and move on into the Red Wind camp. So there was kind of, I don't want to use the word exploit, but there's a bug in the game. And let me pull up the video for that. It's not going to do that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So you could use your tokens.
Yeah. You're gonna have to definitely have a ground presence to knock them out for sure. 100%. Let's see. Let's just go here. All right. So this was me just flying in to take the mission, and you may see some of the turrets on the outside. But anyhow, the little bug that's happening is where you can, and I hate to kind of broadcast this, but it's already out there. So you can when you take the mission, usually you can only take one mission.
Right.
So, but right now you can just take that same mission over and over again. So you could have it like, I don't know how many you'd have, but you could have lots, like I think 6 or 7. Maybe you can do more. It's just whatever you can carry, because you still have to get the stuff. So let's see. Here's another video here. So yeah, this was just me out there doing, just getting on and, but anyway, that's all the cargo there. I think that right there on the elevator, that was, I think 6 or 7 worth of missions. Don't you call me a snake.
So one mission, how many pieces of cargo are we talking
30
about?
SEU.
Okay.
So whatever you can fit on a ship. So it's like 30 times 7.
Yeah, but if you just took one mission,
you just took one, which is how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how much cargo are we looking at for one mission?
You take 30 for one. Okay. And then that should be it. Like you just take the 30.
Right, but you're saying.
And then you go take it wherever it's supposed to go, and that's it. And it pays out 117 or 119,000 per mission.
Okay.
So if you can take 7 of those, you're making like 700,000 in the time it just takes, just to load up the ship and take one. There's a further exploit, I think, where people were saying they were just dropping the cargo directly on the ground or something, and then that still counted as finishing the mission. You didn't even have to load it on the freight elevator, but I heard that may or may not work. I don't know. I didn't do it that way. When I did it to see how this worked, I basically just loaded it on my ship and took it to the freight elevator back at the like Beijing or something. Just dropped it there, and I did it like a regular one. But the fact is, you're able to do 6 or 7 at a time, and you're like, well, you are doing the work. You are loading the cargo, so you're like, it's not really much of an exploit. But the problem is, sure, you can make it's a lot more money than what you would normally make in an hour, which is one of the problems, but it's still not that big of a deal. To me, the bigger problem is the reputation, because you can speed through the reputation and get it faster that way, and it's not meant to be gotten that fast. These kind of cargo missions are meant to be spread around, so you're having to make multiple trips, so you're trying to string them together, not necessarily, just getting them. I don't know. It just feels a little.
No, that is. I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah, so it registers the boxes on the ship or taking them off and leaving them on the ground. I mean, I think we've already seen to where, and I heard somebody talk about this in past patches, to where if you sent your ship down with the boxes on, you could complete the mission that way too.
Oh, interesting.
And I also heard that you could leave them on the deck of the whatever, your hangar, and send the hanger down, and it would also register them that way. So.
Okay.
Anyway, that I think it's like two different issues here, though. You have the issue with the boxes being able to just take them off and doing that. Yeah. And then there's also the issue, I think, of having this many missions you're able to take at once, just going from one to A to B. You're not having to go A, B, C or nothing like that, or string your missions together. So anyway, I don't think it's intended. I think they're probably going to, maybe fix it. It's not super bad. It's definitely not one of the worst violations that we've seen as far as bugs go. But, and I just wanted to put it out there, talk about it a little bit, get some discussion going. Let me know what you think. If you think, what do you think, Ruby? You're the Girl Scout here. What do you think about this?
I mean, you know what I would do.
Not do it?
Right. I just wouldn't do it.
What about your pirate character? Would your pirate character do it?
I don't know, man. There's a difference between being a pirate in game and then,
taking advantage
of something. I'm like, that's a whole nother level of, yeah.
Obviously, if you're exploiting a bug, even if you don't feel like it's, you're obviously not helping the situation. I mean, yes, it's helping by getting it noticed, but it's very well noticed right now. Everybody knows about the bug, or most people do. And so, there's that, but then taking advantage of it and getting millions and millions. I mean, it's only like 700,000. It's not like millions per hour, but you could still just do this, buy the ships you want. I'm pretty sure the economy's kind of already screwed as it is, but you're still not helping it. So
I don't know. My biggest concern would just be like if there's some kind of like
repercussion.
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna do anything since it's not super bad like that.
Yeah.
I remember back whenever what was that one where you could take a Hercules and just like leave it at Area 18 and then keep duping the stuff in there, and you could literally fill up. You could have 400 or 500 SCU of cargo just constantly duplicated and taking it back. Yeah. That was bad.
That is bad.
Because you could get like, I don't know, millions at a time. I want to say it was like maybe 10 million or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, so that's that. I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention, talk about it a little bit. So let's go ahead and move on. We had, let's see. CIG had an announcement they did the other day. It's this coming soon select group gameplay testing. So it looks like, this is going to be one of those things where you can take all kinds of stuff from this. I think Ruby Tunt knows about this a little bit. But basically, they're going to be doing like a new testing group. It's not Evocati. It doesn't say that they're doing away with anything necessarily, but it sounds like they're looking for select specific things to test at certain times. Sounds like it's going to be short notice. So if you're in this group, you may get like, they may, hey, we need you to jump on in the next hour or so, or, and then we need you to test this specific feature. It talks about how there's going to be a different way of communicating. So you're going to actually deal with emails, it looks like. And then there's also going to be like a survey type of thing, which we see on other games. Yeah, it is invite only, correct, OG? That I don't even think you can opt into it. I don't know how they're going to choose people, but of course it's going to have an NDA. Does it mean anything? In the world of Star Citizen, we know there's super leaks everywhere.
Yeah, but it also may mean that those individuals that play more of the test stuff, it might be, exactly what they reaching out to those people because they are consistently they kind of know what to look for with bugs and things like that. Which,
I'm sure
that makes sense.
I'm sure
it does. It makes lots of sense. So
yeah. So hopefully, now part of you could be wondering, okay, are they gonna be testing like the new juicy stuff that nobody knows about, or are they gonna be testing like crafting or base building or whatever? So I don't know if this is like a good thing for like the features that we're waiting for, or if this is just people that are going to be testing like engineering, because engineering is supposed to be coming by the end of this year. So
I don't know. I think it'd be good for anything. Yeah. It's always good to make sure something's working.
I want to say it's not necessarily for engineering per se, because that's going to be they've already said that's going to be on their tech preview channel. So that's kind of already been established, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So anyways, that was there wasn't a lot of news this week. That was one of the big things. Another one was the roadmap that came out yesterday. And so they talked about the things, of course, that were released in 4.3.1. And then they talked a little bit about 4.3.2. 432, there's going to be a new event, which we kind of figured. This one looks like it said it's related to the Fight for Pyro storyline.
Okay.
So maybe we'll see some Headhunter stuff, OG. That'd be nice. We can get out there and, work on that a little bit more. I haven't really done much with the rep, although since I was talking about those Foxwell missions, I did learn today. I don't know why I never looked at this before, but there are Headhunter missions, so they're the opposite of Foxwell. So there's me and OG, we like some particular missions that we like to do. There you go. Headhunters for life. There you go. There's some particular missions that we enjoy doing, specific ones. Well, they have those for Headhunters. So we can,
That's cool.
So if there's not one that's popping on the Foxwell side, you can do the Headhunter side. And it doesn't look like if you do one or the other, it's taking rep from one or the other. It looks like you keep your rep no matter what.
Oh.
Doesn't make sense. I don't know. And I only tested this on like 1 or 2 missions today, but I am watching it because I don't really want to lose Foxwell rep.
Right.
Because I've kind of built it up to where I'm getting red. So yeah, dropships. What are you talking about dropships? I mean, dropships are going. Oh, you know what? Yeah, dropships. They may play a part in this event. Good point, because dropships are in Pyro right now.
Right.
So
That's cool.
Yeah, if those are going to play a part, I'm all for that because that'll be really cool too. It'd be nice to get back out to Pyro too. I really have not been to Pyro in months. So since these updates have been focused on events,
right?
Well, the events have brought us to Stanton. We haven't gone back to Pyro, so there hasn't really been anything.
He said there's
Headhunter missions for dropships.
That's cool.
Out in Pyro? Well, it has to be because if it's dropships.
Yeah.
They're in Pyro.
That's cool.
Unless it's a different one he's talking about. But yeah. So they talked about that. They didn't really say what the event is or anything. They just said new events. They're being vague. They talked about laser repeaters. They're getting the Klaus and Warren laser repeaters. They are seeing some art and geometry and all that for the size 1, 2s, and 3s. So they're basically making them look better, I think. I think they're probably old designs at this point. So maybe they,
updating them,
updating them. Maybe they don't do something right. Maybe they don't, I don't know. Maybe it'll even help whenever you scavenge them, Maybe they won't bounce around as much after they do this. You got to stop the dropships from landing. You talking about the missions where you go up into the antenna and cut them? Those are the Headhunter missions you're talking about? I mean, we know about those. I was just talking about the event itself. Maybe they're going to mix in those dropships with those, because that would be really cool. All right. There's new Wicklow ship offerings. I mean, me personally, I don't deal with Wicklow because I'm not about to collect all this stuff and lose it on the elevator. So maybe when they make that whole process better, I'll actually do some of that. The only thing I'd really like for Wicklow is some better ship components.
Yeah.
Because,
I know.
They kind of suck. All right. There's the heavy Battletech armor that they talked about. It is battle versus the other one that was released, which was tactical. I'll have a picture in a second. They have 2 new hairstyles. I think they're going with more normal looking hairstyles, so nothing crazy, I don't think. It's like they're just trying to find hairstyles that'll match what people look like.
Okay.
So if you want to look like yourself in game, you can.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. OG, what do you believe? You believe in looking like yourself in game, or do you go for, some role-playing look? Like OG said, he always wanted, I don't know, a mohawk, so he went with that. And then there's another system for the mission. So basically, it's kind of like MMO. You're going to be able to pick up missions when you go out to a location versus getting the mission on your Mobi-Glass and then going out.
Oh,
so when you get somewhere, a new mission can
Something
pop
will
up.
pop up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
It'd be cool if we could like tie some things like, oh, it's you. Okay. It'd be cool if we could tie some things that are like, I hate to throw WoW up, but like World Quest type things when you come to an area and
yeah, things pop up.
World Quest pops.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So they were supposed to have that in, I think, this last update, but it got pushed. So hopefully it's better now. So anyway, they had a few deliverables that they updated on the progress tracker. So let's go look at that. This is where you'll see the pictures at, but it wasn't really clear for the armor. Let me go ahead and show the armor real quick because it's pretty cool. Let me switch. This is it. There we go. That's what the new heavy armor looks like. I know some people aren't a fan of something. So, I know there was somebody who complained about the cover there over your groin area. There was some people didn't like the helmet. You can definitely tell from that sneak peek last week that's definitely what the shoulder looked like. So there's that. I like the backpack. I mean, ultimately, I think because we don't really have set bonuses yet, that you can mix and match armor.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like the backpack, take the backpack. If you don't like the helmet, put another helmet on. That's what I was telling you, because you didn't like that new robot looking armor.
Yeah. There's things about it I don't like. The look of it.
But I was telling you though,
I could mix and match it.
You can mix and match, and because I got the yellow set of that, and to me that looks industrial, so I could have a heavy industrial set.
Right.
Maybe not use the helmet, because I don't want to look like a celestial, but
Yeah. No.
So now you were talking about maybe grabbing the yellow set or something. Or one of those
or something.
colors.
We'll see.
Yeah, because you were like, I don't want that. There's Sala. Yeah. I'm curious about the backpack. It'd be nice if we got like a little better backpack too. Like a little bit more storage or something. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's...
But I do want, you said that the backpacks are heavy.
Yeah.
And they're all different colors.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that I like.
Oh, gee, those new backpacks on the robot looking stuff, those are heavy backpacks, right? I don't want to tell Ruby something wrong, and then we get out there and I think they were heavy. The ones that we got last week. Lord. He's calling him out in chat. Let me go back. All right. So yeah, there was a few things they're showing for 4.3. A lot of this stuff's already out. It's been released, like the drop ships. There's the AI FPS turrets. So that's the kind of turrets that we're going to see popping up. Should come up with the next update, supposedly. That was already released. That's the Geist armor. And the Wicklow version, ASD version. There was new hairstyles that was released already.
Sala said he's not seeing.
You're not seeing the webpage? Oh, it's not showing. Let's do it. Let's get that. There we go. Sorry about that. There you go. We've got... Yep. There's the armor set. More hairstyles coming. Cortec. The ladder improvements. They're supposed to be coming. Maybe they'll drop this time for real. The snow came. There has been some ship flight tuning changes. Now, we did notice last week with the new update that... hashtag I'm a good bot. Yeah. We did notice that whenever you were coming into your hangar, you were going super slow. I thought that was going to be part of the new flight tuning, but apparently it was a bug. So.
Oh, darn. Okay.
So yeah, you're going back to normal speed now. So don't freak out. There were so many people that were crashing in their hangars, like because of how slow they were going. So.
See, that would have helped Ruby.
So anyway, our dog's digging in the couch. Okay. We had missile damage radius update that was released. I don't know if that's for ships too. I guess it is. It has to be, right? Or is that just ground vehicles? Because that's what it's showing. Onyx facility, of course, has released. The new Onyx facility was released. Anything else new? Yeah, work in progress. Yeah, storyline. We got the vehicles. We got the Wolf. We got the Wicklow specials. We got the Apollo, which is quickly losing its luster for many folks. My prediction on that ship is that it's going to be like one of the fastest melted ships.
Oh, that's a disappointment.
I think, like, especially by IAE, we're going to see a lot of people moving from those because there's just not a lot of med gameplay going on. So, oh, you got the good mission for Onyx. Then you'll be the one sharing it with us then. If that's what you got. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not enough med gameplay. I think that, most people are probably going to melt them or upgrade. And then we've got Wicklow ship offerings again. We got our weapons that came, the Zenith, the Fresnel, which is the new LMG.
Oh, Sala.
Oh, thank you, Sala. Use that Prime. Appreciate it very much. What did you think about the LMG? You used it.
I liked it. It makes you so slow though. It's like, I didn't understand at first, just having it on my backpack, like just go, I was like, why am I lagging behind everybody else? I was like, just so slow. Like I get when I was using it, that could cause me to be slow, like having it, you know, in my hand, but just on my back, it made me slow. So I found that that's why I kept missing those jumps.
And the engineering part.
Yes. I was like, I don't miss these that often. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So, I had to put it in my backpack.
Yeah, put it in your backpack.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised it fits in the backpack.
I am too, because I was surprised.
Honestly, it shouldn't.
I like when we finished and then we went back, I took it off. Yeah. I was like, I liked it, but
I asked OG. No. I was like, OG, did you have that on whenever you missed the jump in the engineering 9 times? So you can fit 3 of those in there? That's just ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
So I was like, did you have that on your backpack? Because that's why you were missing the jump so much.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Is that Ape? Who is that? Ava Sable. So 9 times. Yeah, I know. But did you have the LMG on your back? That's the question. Just say yes. That way that explains why you fell so many times.
I think old school's the way it said that he put it in his backpack, so he must have realized, that he had to put it in there to finally make the jump.
That's funny.
It's just, I was like not understanding why it was so bad.
You didn't miss it. I think you missed like 3 or 4 times when it was bad.
I don't know. It was pretty bad. I was just like.
But it's a good gun though.
It is a good gun.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And I also like the fact that, so when we were in section B with the guys that are on the big turrets, hiding and then turning the corner, behind the little wall and, ducking, shooting them. Yeah.
So what you're saying is that you don't want to have a firefight with them.
No, it's a sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah, sniper attack.
Yeah.
From the
Which
sides.
is why Ruby didn't die. I mean,
Yes, Ruby did not die, not once during Friday night's event.
Whole night?
I was so proud of myself. Yes.
I died once or twice. I think I died twice because I died once to the player that you revenged me for. Remember the player that killed me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him in the corner.
Yeah, you said he was like standing over me and you killed him.
I was just like, holy cow, so crazy.
Sweet. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we're good. It's been a long week. Ruby's had a really long week. And then, she was still gracious enough to come out here and put up with my foolishness on a Thursday night. But, we're trying to hope that this will lead into a Good Friday. Right?
Yes, that's what I'm hoping.
All right. Yeah, I think I died twice. I know I died from radiation on the platform.
Yeah, I think you said that there was a section you thought you could hide behind and it wasn't enough cover.
Now I know where to hide at there. But damn. So I thought I killed Ape, but he said, because we were in the room with the turret guns, and it was after the fighting was done, and then all of a sudden I seen someone on the gun.
Right.
And
this marker.
And the marker was gone, so I shot them, and I don't know if I killed him or if the NPC killed him, but he said the NPC spawned right on top of him, on the gun. So I think they were both on the gun or something. But anyway, they got pretty, yeah.
And Old School and I were down at the bottom, and Old School, do you remember those 2 NPCs just come running by us? Like at first I wasn't sure what the heck.
Oh yeah.
Like if they were players or whatnot, but they didn't have markers or nothing. That's why I was like kind of confused. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. So, yep. All right. Let's see here. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen other streamers that have been running um, these places, and the NPCs they're running like, so it looks like players because they're like run
Yeah.
back and forth. But I've definitely seen that on other people's streams. So yeah, the NPCs they having all kinds of crazy like new AI and all that stuff going on. So yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, it has.
All right, so I think that's pretty much all for the roadmap. Hold on. Maybe not. Because there's also the other part of this, which is the deliverables. We can do some speculation now a little bit. This was kind of interesting. There's not many things on here. Like used to be, whenever I was covering the roadmap, like every time, because it used to come out every 2 weeks, and it was actually had progress and movement and stuff. There was lots of things. Like I think there'd be like close to 30 different items that were being worked on at any given time. Now there's like 6. It's like crazy. And also, I mean, I don't mean to say that CIG are a bunch of liars, but the roadmap is a huge lie, because there are things that are not on here that come out all the time. Things that they never show that they're working on, so. But we had base building here. Now the interesting thing about this is this roadmap in particular had things move about. So everything on the last roadmap was scheduled to end in October, because they only go out like a quarter out. That's all they usually go out, like maybe 1 to 2 quarters, and that's it. So base building was showing as its work being completed in October, like it is now. And then you had crafting, which is a little bit further down. But if you look at crafting, it was also scheduled to end in November or October, but now it's pushed out to February. Oh, that's command module. That's for the ironclad.
Oh, okay.
And the the little part that comes off on the ship for like the caterpillar. Yeah, that's the command module.
But if you're saying that they're finishing things that were on the map.
Wait.
Okay.
wait.
I was like, that doesn't sound
Here
bad.
it is. Crafting has moved out to December.
Okay.
So crafting moved while base building did not. It did not move. So this means a couple things. It means base building's coming in October. Not likely. How could you have base building without crafting? And I mean, technically, I guess you could. You could have some crafting that comes in, because it doesn't mean. I mean, we've seen things that are like in stages come out. So it's possible they could. October they could be like, okay, we're releasing a slight base building or a slight, crafting. The more likely thing, though, is that they're just going to stop working on it in October because they can't go any further. This never means completed. This just means this is how much work is being done. You have no idea like where they're at in the stages or anything. So unless they specifically show anything at CitizenCon, do not expect this to be done. Anybody that's thinking that this is going to be, released in October, I'm not going to say it can't happen. It could. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting that the work stops here, but yet the crafting is still moving on to December. And you would think that they're only planning out to December, but then that module thing's got worked to February. So they're clearly looking at like the next 6 months. Command module, the crafting, like I said, its work ends in December, or it stops there at least. We have no idea how close they are other than what they say in the monthly report.
Sala said that he saw.
Yeah, part-time teams. Yeah, because if you look at the teams that are part of it, you can highlight over, and that's the core gameplay pillar. And you never know. I mean, you never know like that like, and even if they show that they're working there, like doesn't mean that it's constant work. It doesn't mean that they've accomplished anything.
Right.
They could touch it once a week, once a month. You never know. It's just saying that it's actively being worked on, and that's about all you can do. That's about all you can go off of this. You're like, oh, it's actively being worked on. I remember like when the Hull C was on here on the roadmap, it finished in like February of like whatever 2023 was it 2024. It finished in February, didn't release it until like the fall.
Okay.
And I think it was actually done. Well, most of the ship part of it was done, but I think they were waiting on like the freight elevators and things like that. So there are some ships that are waiting on things. Crafting is waiting on multiple things, I'm sure. I think we're still looking at, for base building in particular, I think we're probably waiting on server tech. because it may have to they may have to do some things with instancing possibly as well. Not that it's going to be like normal MMO instance housing.
Right.
But, you know, I don't know.
Old school, did you say craft med pens?
Yeah, he's talking about the machines you go up to and you craft the med pens and the...
Really?
The machine, yeah. That you go up to and you say, I need a med pen, and you can craft it.
I didn't know that.
Just like the multi-tool.
Yeah, I knew the multi-tool.
Yeah,
I knew that.
There's machines outside of the clinic areas.
Oh.
That are on the...
That's
have you not
awesome.
seen those?
No,
You
man.
probably thought it was for the tools because it looks the same.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need
Yeah.
that. I was like, I just loot all the boxes for
Yeah,
like
yeah,
pens.
yeah. You can
I
craft.
was
You can
like,
craft
just get the pen, all the pens I need.
Can you craft the extra med pens now?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting. I don't know if you can do
That
that
would
or
be
not.
interesting.
Because you can't buy those. So
Yeah.
all right, so crafting was on there. What else was on there? Wasn't much. It's funny too because they removed all the unannounced ships from here. They used to have unannounced ships and they show progress. Those are gone. Engineering shows it'll be done by the end of October, which could run in. I think that's probably when you might start seeing the tech preview for that come out, which tech preview is just another server. Because they've already hinted that they want to have that out by the end of December. So FPS radar and scanning, that got pushed out to December, so that's not looking good. This thing has been, God, it's been going for so long now. You see all the different teams that have worked on it at some point, visual effects, narrative.
But that tells you it takes a lot for that to work.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a big feature.
It's an undertaking.
It's a big, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of disappointed that it got pushed out again. So they're still working on it, and it's not close to being released.
And who's to say that's not part of like why they need these specific like teams to do testing, you know?
True. It's true.
So,
Because something like that, yeah. They're gonna
keep
do
it
a lot of-
positive, Black. Keep it positive.
Sorry, I went salty there for a
I
second.
know you did. Gosh.
You telling me to be positive. Is
I
hilarious.
know. That's what my job is. I have to tell people to be positive. All right.
All right, inventory rework. This shows the work's ending in October, but that could just be the preliminary work. I cannot believe they're that far along into it. I'd be surprised if they even got the graphic. Let's see, what team is it? Core gameplay. I'd be surprised if that drops. Like, unless they just made that a super fast goal. I don't know, because I feel like they still have to do some back end work with the search function and stuff. Because you're going to be able to search through your backpack. Like you could type in
Right.
AO3.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. What that
Yeah.
one showed. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get rid of this one. Hold on a second. We got first time chatter here. Hey, what's that say? Right there. Yeah, there we go. Let's mute him. Yeah. All right. What else do we have? We have... Oh, there's one. Oh, there's a redacted creature that's looking like the work is done in October, so maybe that's going to be the October event or whatever that's going to come. So, or maybe that's what's coming next. New creature. If it goes back to Pyro, I wonder what kind of creature that would be in Pyro.
Are there any creatures in Pyro right now besides the cows and the... Are there?
I think there's worms. The worms
Okay.
are there. I think
Okay.
Copions. Yeah, Copions are there too.
Copions there,
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Okay.
They're there. They're all there, I think.
I still want a tameable Copion. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. I can't imagine what kind of foolishness would happen with you trying to take a Copion places and it trying to follow you and
Yes.
getting stuck in walls or whatever else it would happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree, old school. I think that the armor that they're making now, they have a head for where it's going to go, like what's going to happen with it and all that. So I think they know what they're doing with that. I think they know. I think they're just going to implement the features as they come out. So yeah, I think scanning will definitely be a part of some of those helmets. That's what I'm saying. If you're overlooking some of this armor now, you may just want to grab it because it could have a feature that you want. Or
That's
you
true.
need,
It's true. I know.
you
Like
know?
I that's why I like the stealth armor because I like sniping.
Yeah.
Like that. I like that. And so I definitely knew that that was armor set that I'd want.
Yeah, because as they add features to some of these armor pieces, I mean that's yeah, 100%. Because I mean, they've made like at least 2 or 3 helmets that are completely covered up. They don't have like a visor that you can see.
Right.
So it's got to be something for scanning.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily like those, but
you might end up needing it.
Right. I might need it.
Yeah, because I mean, you do have the stealth set.
Right, and they have that. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that helmet. Believe me.
But you might need it for sniping.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, or targeting.
Yeah,
right.
Targeting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Don't sleep
No,
on them.
I just have to look at that.
But I mean, until then, I mean, wear what you want.
I know.
That's all like
I have really nice heavy helmets I like. So.
Which helmets do you like?
The ones with the Mohawk. The ones I bought out of the store. I have like a set of 6.
Oh, the blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blade. Yeah, those are my favorite.
Looks like a ice skating blade.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I like the samurai one, but I don't have like the one with the holographic horns.
I have 2 of those.
What colors?
White and red.
Dang. Told you she's got all the armor. Yeah, they had the transport refactor. I think they called it Starport. That's what Jared and them were joking around about calling it. So Starport refactor is they say the work's going to end in October. That'd be nice. That may be true, because I know they talked about how they're going to test it in one city first. So like New Babbage, I think is the first one, and it's going to have all that. So like they're going to test it there first, and everything there, like the tram, elevators, I guess in your hangar too, all that's going to be run by that new system, and they're going to try it out in one place first. And New Babbage is one of the busiest places, so that'll be a good one to start. So yeah, so hopefully we'll see that soon too. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, there's no ships here, nothing, all that good stuff. All right, so that takes care of that. I think that was all of the things on like the website that was changed. We talked about the new armor set. Mm-hmm. There was some news today. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me move this over. Go to this. And the pick. Not that pick. But that one. Today they announced that there will be maybe tomorrow or Monday will be the first Evocati for 4.3.2. So anything new that we've been guessing on, we should know something more by no later than Monday. Maybe see leaks Tuesday. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. I know we'll see leaks or hear about leaks. They can talk about it. They just can't show. They're not supposed to show things. So.
Right.
So yeah. So that is the big news that came out today. Other than that, there's not really a lot going on. Let me throw the video back on there because there's not like a lot going on with in general right now, because we're coming up on what is like the CitizenCon drought, basically. CitizenCon is like what, 2 weeks away now? 2 weeks from Saturday. So with it being so soon, there's no shows coming out. They're not talking about anything. I mean, in a year that was already pretty dead with news and whatnot, this year, I mean, this time of year is really, really bad. We do know, I mean, the only thing we really know about CitizenCon is that the show is 2 hours long. And they've been pretty clear about that.
What day is it on?
Saturday. The 11th, I think Saturday's 11th.
All right.
It's coming up soon. Like, next week.
Couple weeks. Next Wednesday's the 1st.
Yep. Right. So it'll be like right around the corner. The only thing we know about it is that supposedly the Paladin is coming. I know OG is super excited about that. If the Paladin, does the Paladin cost more than the Apollo old school? Do you know that? Because I was like, if it does, you're going to see a lot of people using the Apollo to go for the Paladin. For those who don't know, the Paladin is it's a multi-player, so I think it's like 3 or 4 players. That's what it is. It's like a little gun kit. Not really for cargo. I don't even know if it has for cargo.
So yes, it is.
Yeah. So I can see people looting leaving behind their Apollos for that if they don't already have it. I don't have the Paladin. I may look at it.
It's just so sad because, I mean, the Apollo has been talked about for so long.
I know.
It's like really sad.
I mean, there's still dedicated medical people who will use it, but then I also keep hearing people say they love their Cuddy Red, or they love their Pisces, or they love their Terrapin, you know?
I mean, I love my Terrapin for multiple reasons.
They're using the alternative diet. They're okay using the alternatives because, you know, they don't really see much of a need for the Apollo right now. They're not wrong.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know, it is sad though.
It is.
But one day there will be medical gameplay, and it'll have a resurgence soon, I'm sure.
I hope so.
It is a beautiful ship. You know, I think me and Old School were like definitely curious if they do a variant that's not medical. Like that would be a ship to have, definitely. If it focuses on like cargo and maybe more guns or something, like it could definitely be a really good ship. So it's a great body on the ship. Like it's super good. So, but yeah, there's not a lot going on. This was a pretty slow news week, you know. But next week may be slower. But then again, that we may have something to talk about with the 4.3.2. We should have something to talk about with that. So yeah. But if you guys have any questions or anything, you can ask away now, or you can leave them in the comments. We'll check those. And yeah, other than that, we don't really have a whole lot going. Make sure you watch us. We are here Thursdays, 7 p.m. is the time that we try to do this.
Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, you like the way I explained the Paladin? Yeah. You know what? Honestly, with the Paladin, I mean, I was like, when it came out, I was like, you know, I think I was kind of hurt that the, what's the one? The ship that I did have. It's not the Redeemer. I had the Redeemer, and I had just got the Redeemer, I think, when the Paladin came out, and then the Redeemer was getting crapped on so bad, and I was just like, yeah, I wasn't really interested in another little gunboat.
Paladin sounds like it should be a tank.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it is kind of tanky. I think it's got like extra armor and stuff. It looks kind of chunky, you know?
Yeah. I'm just talking about a tank. Like, it can, like...
Take damage?
Yeah.
I think it can. I think it's like meant to take, it's meant to take damage. And
that's what a Paladin is, and like...
Yeah, it's meant to be able to sit there. It's meant to be able to sit there and take damage and dish it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think it has like a heavenly glow, but you know.
As it should.
No, I said it doesn't.
No, it should. It should have a heavenly glow.
And maybe they'll give like the white and gold paint job.
Yes,
you know,
as they should.
But yeah, no, OG, we established that you don't need a pilot because you're doing really good. And if you start learning those sticks, I mean, even Ruby's using sticks. Right, Ruby? You're using sticks.
Now I'm using sticks.
Quad size 5.
The best I can.
I mean, but would you go back to a mouse and keyboard?
Probably not.
See? OG? See?
Yeah.
And Sala too. Sala's better being quiet, but yeah, him too. Both of them.
All right, so Sala and OG, your go-to drink in the verse.
Oh yeah. We had that question at the very beginning. What is your go-to drink to hydrate in the verse?
And tomorrow night we're gonna have our game night with the orb. Yep. So we're going back out to the Onyx facilities.
He said Lux.
That Lux is gonna have some kind of cancer property to it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. That's my theory. I'm like, it's gonna be so bad for you. Nothing that color should be good for you.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I was watching Detox, and they were talking about how water, it shields you from like radiation and stuff. That's why they use it like nuclear tanks and stuff. Pretty interesting. Somebody talking about it.
Yeah, they were saying nuclear submarines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, so see, you can drink that water that's out there in the engineering wing. You can go over and just scoop it up. Right?
Sure you can.
It's the same color as the Lux, so. The dark from New Babbage. What's dark?
Is that the purple?
I like the purple.
I didn't think you could buy the purple.
Reprocessed Vandal blood. We call it Cruise Lux. Yeah.
Yeah,
see?
that's exactly what it is.
It powers ships and humans. Where are the barrel rolls? Traven. Oh, Lord. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, so we will definitely be back here next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. This will go out tomorrow for anyone who missed the super great beginning. There was some really cool stuff. You really need to check it out if you missed it. I'm lying. There was nothing cool.
We had technical issues.
We almost
late. So yeah.
We had a cord that just did not want to work. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Anyway, I've been Black.
This is Ruby.
And we will see you out there in the verse, hopefully tomorrow night. And everybody take care.
Thanks.